Hey students, so today we are going to discuss the topic of electricity. Okay, have you ever wondered how a light bulb works? Like when you flip a switch, electricity flows to light the bulb, but how does that actually happen? For electricity to light up a bulb, it needs a continuous loop, a continuous circuit, you can say, consist of power source, which is battery, it wire, this one, it's a power source, uh, which is battery, wire, switch, and bulb. This is switch and this is bulb. Okay, power source is a battery that gives energy to move electricity, and wire basically act as a path, like uh, it's a highway for the electricity, and switch is like open and or close the path, and bulb is uses the electricity energy to produce light. Okay, so what is the unit of electric current? The unit of electric current is ampere, which is option A. What happens if you add more light bulbs in a series circuit? Yes, total resistance decreases. Okay. So, what is an electricity? Electricity is a flow of electric chain, usually electrons, through a conductor such as a wire. It's the form of energy that powers everything from household appliances to electronic devices. So basically, electricity is the movement of electric charges, which is electrons, through a conductor like a copper wire. Okay, so current. I, the flow of electric charge through a circuit. Its unit is ampere. And for example, when you flip a light switch, current flows through the wire to the light bulb. Okay, so current is basically the rate at which electric charge flows, and its unit is ampere, which is A. Think of it like the volume of water flowing through a hose. Okay, voltage. Okay, the potential difference that drives the flow of current through the circuit, and its unit is volts, which is V. For example, the battery provides the voltage needed to move electrons. So voltage is basically the electrical push or potential difference driving the charge. Okay, like think of it like water pressure pushing the water through the hose. Okay, the next one is resistance, which is R, the opposition to the flow of electric current, and its unit is ohm. Think of a kink or narrow section in the hose, like inside a bulb. High resistance in the thin wire filament creates light and heat. Okay, so the next one is safety in electric circuits and applications of electricity. Okay. Okay. So important safety tips. Always switch off the power before working on electrical circuit. Like you have to always switch off the power before working on an electrical circuit. Check the insulation on wires to avoid accidental shocks. Like so, check the insulation on wires to avoid accidental shocks. Okay, use fuses and circuit breakers to protect circuit from overload. Avoid water around electrical devices to prevent short circuits and electric shocks. Okay, the next one is grounding. Ensure devices are properly grounded to prevent electrical shocks. Okay, so basically, here are some safety tips for this, like use fuses and circuit breakers to protect circuit from overload. If too much current flows, they cut off power automatically. Okay, and avoid water around electrical devices because it becomes dangerous, and ensure devices are properly grounded to prevent electrical shocks, like extra current goes safely into the ground instead of through you. Okay, everyday applications, lightning, like homes, streets, and buildings are powered by electric lights. Homes, streets, and buildings are powered by electric lights, which is lightning. From toaster to air conditioner, electricity powers modern appliances. Communication electronics like phones, computers, and TVs rely on electricity to function. Electric trains, cars, and public transit systems. Okay. So this slide is about electrical safety program approach boundaries. Like it shows how close a person can safely get to an exposed, energized conductor or circuit path. Okay. Here are three safety zones, which is, you know, outside the first dash line where the worker is standing. Risk is arc flash can still happens here. This is where you must wear full, PPE like the suit in the picture. Okay, like helmet, arc rated clothing, gloves. Okay, and anyone with proper PPE can enter in this. Okay, the second one is limited approach boundary. Like it is green area labeled, like limited space, shock hazards beings, only qualified person can enter in this. Okay, and the rule is in this like unqualified people must stay out of this. And third one is restricted approach boundary, like it is in yellow orange area labeled. Okay, so a high shock hazard, like you are now very close to live parts. Only qualified person enter in this area. Okay. Okay. So the next one is Ohm's law. It explains the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. Okay. So the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance is Ohm's law. Formula is V is equals to I into R, where V is voltage, I is current, and R is resistance. Okay, and these watts, amperes, or ohms are the unit of this. Okay, so Ohm's law. Ohm's law explains the relationship between voltage, current, and resistance. Okay, so this is Ohm's law triangle. Okay, from the diagram, to find V is equals to IR, we have the formula. When we required voltage, we simply use this formula. V is equals to IR, I is equals to V by R, and R is equals to V by I. Okay, just cover the letter you find. You want to find if the other two are side by side, multiply. If one is on the top, then divide. Okay. Okay, voltage, the push that moves current through the circuit. Basically, the voltage is the push that moves current through the circuit like water pressure, and current is like the rate of flow electric charge, like the rate of flow of electric charge, like how much water is flowing. And resistance is like the opposition to the flow of current. Okay, here we have real world example, like if a circuit has high resistance like a thick light bulb filament, less current will flow for the same voltage. And if the voltage increases like a higher battery voltage, the current will increase assuming resistance stays the same. Okay, so we have types of circuits: series circuit and parallel circuit. Okay, so series circuit components are connected end to end, so there is only one path for current to flow. Okay, like in the series circuit, everything is connected end to end in a single loop. And if one bulb breaks, the entire loop is broken and all bulbs are turned off, and voltage is split among the bulbs. Okay, for example, you can say old Christmas tree lights. Okay, whereas parallel circuits, like in this case, the components are connected across common points, creating multiple paths for current. Like components are placed on separate branches, creating multiple paths for current. And if one bulb breaks or is turned off, the other stayed on. Like every branch receives full voltage. Like household wiring, you can say we use parallel circuit in this. So this is the example of series circuit and parallel circuit. Like you can see that in the series circuit, everything is connected end to end in a single loop. Okay. Whereas in parallel circuit, like it looks a little bit complex because Components are placed on separate branches, creating multiple paths for current. Okay. Post assessment. Okay. So, which type of circuit is used in most household electrical system? Yes, parallel circuit. Because turn off one device does not turn off everything else in the house. Okay. What happens to the current in a series circuit when you add more components? The current decreases. Okay. What does Ohm's law state? Answer is equals to V is equals to IR, or I is equals to V by R. So basically, voltage is directly proportional to current and resistance. Likewise, current is inversely proportional to resistance. Okay.